Hello and welcome to another edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. The National Investigation Agency has arrested two suspects who are believed to have planted a bomb at a restaurant in Bengaluru last month. Reports said Abdul Mateen and Musavir Shazeb were taken into custody in Kolkata, where they lived under fake names. Both were residents of Shimoga district in Karnataka state. The arrests were made in a coordinated operation by the intelligence services and police from 3 southern states and West Bengal. An explosion ripped through Rameshwaram Cafe in March, which left 10 people injured, including customers and members of the staff. The blast set off a nationwide manhunt in which investigators followed digital trails and CCTV footage. The first breakthrough in the manhunt came when a person who provided logistical support to the bombers was arrested last month. Thousands of school students in Tamil Nadu took part in a campaign to raise awareness about the importance of voting in elections. About 5,000 students gathered at the Holy Cross College in the city of Trichy and released helium balloons into the air to draw the attention of voters ahead of the national elections. District Collector Pradeep Kumar led the systematic voters' education and electoral participation campaign to urge people to sign up for voting and participate in the polls that kick off on April 19th. 970 million people are eligible to vote in the polls to choose a new parliament, which will pick the country's next prime minister. The two main blocs in the polls are Prime Minister Narendra Modi's National Democratic Alliance and the opposition India bloc led by the Congress Party. Canada says it has cut back on its diplomatic staff in New Delhi and other regions of India. A report quoting a statement from the High Commission in Delhi said the decision to implement reductions across the network of missions in India was sadly necessary, given the reduction of Canadian staff available to effectively manage and maintain in-country operations. The statement also said Canada visa application centers in India are running normally. India expelled dozens of Canadian diplomats last year after Prime Minister Justin Trudeau accused New Delhi of involvement in the murder of a Sikh separatist in British Columbia. India denied the charge and ordered visa curbs on Canadians and diplomatic expulsions in protest. Canada said it was continuing its investigations in the matter. Vodafone Idea, India's third-largest telecom operator, plans to raise up to 180 billion rupees through a follow-on public offering, the largest in the country's history. The offering, set at a floor price of 10 rupees per share, will open for bids from April 18th to April 22nd. This follows the company's announcement in February to raise up to 200 billion rupees through equity, including 20 billion rupees from an unnamed top shareholder. Vodafone Idea also plans to raise an additional 250 billion rupees through debt to roll out its 5G network service and expand its 4G coverage within 6 to 7 months of securing the funds. As of December last year, the company reported a total debt of 2.15 trillion rupees. Indian boxer Mary Kom, a 6-time world champion, has announced that she is stepping down as India's chef de mission for the next Olympics in Paris. She offered her resignation from the post in a letter to the president of the Indian Olympic Association. The 41-year-old said in the letter that it was embarrassing to withdraw from a commitment, but she had no choice. The well-known boxer won a bronze at the London Olympics in 2012. The Indian Olympic Association said it was sad that the boxer was leaving for personal reasons and urged everyone to respect her privacy. The IOA said it will soon announce a replacement for her after holding consultations. The ancient pyramids of Assam, known as Karaideo Moidam, are on track to potentially achieve UNESCO World Heritage Site status. Prime Minister Narendra Modi personally submitted a proposal to UNESCO for its nomination, making it the sole historical site in India under consideration. Following the nomination, a UNESCO team conducted site inspections. These pyramids, serving as the final resting place for our home royal family members, possess profound historical significance. The potential recognition as a World Heritage Site is anticipated to raise Assam's global prominence and deepen respect for the Ahom community. A key tourism organization in the Maldives has said it will host road shows in several important towns in India in an attempt to encourage Indians to visit the country. Tourist numbers from India declined sharply after a row broke out between the neighbors earlier this year. The Maldives Association of Travel Agents and Tour Operators met with India's High Commissioner to Maldives to discuss ways to improve travel and tourism collaboration between the two nations. Earlier this year, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's call to explore Lakshadweep Islands was perceived as an attempt to divert tourists from the Maldives, which sparked anti-India social media posts. In the backlash that followed, Indian tour companies suspended bookings to the South Asian islands, a preferred location for Indian tourists. India announced on Friday that due to the unstable security situation in some parts of Myanmar, its consular workers have been moved to the country's capital Yangon. The External Affairs Ministry said India is keeping a close eye on the security situation in the country. In its weekly media briefing, the ministry said it was closely monitoring development on the ground, especially in the state of Rakhine. It said necessary steps are being taken to ensure the safety of Indian citizens. The ministry also said the Indian consulate remains fully functional. The United States has urged its citizens to restrict their travel in Israel amid fears that Iran was preparing retaliatory strikes on the country. According to the U.S. Embassy, employees have been advised not to venture outside the larger Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, or Be'er Sheva districts. Iran has pledged retaliation after Israel attacked its consulate in Syria, which killed 13 people, including a high-ranking member of the Quds Force, which conducts spy operations on foreign soil. Tehran has not said how it plans to carry out its threat, and the US said it will back Israel in the event of an attack by Iran. UK Foreign Secretary Lord Cameron urged his counterpart in Iran not to escalate the situation any further. US space agency NASA's Clipper spacecraft is set to launch in October for Europa, one of Jupiter's icy moons. The $5 billion mission aims to explore the potential for extraterrestrial life by studying Europa's frozen water and locating liquid water beneath the ice. Despite challenges such as Europa's powerful radiation field and the vast distances causing a 45-minute delay in data reception, the mission offers the prospect of finding life beyond Earth. The probe's power capacity varies from Earth to Jupiter, indicating the complexities of interplanetary missions. The mission, which began planning in the late 1990s, is expected to conclude around 2034. After its mission, the spacecraft will be disposed of by crashing into Ganymede, Jupiter's largest moon, ensuring no contamination of Europa's environment. American football star O.J. Simpson has died aged 76 after a battle with cancer. He was a celebrated athlete, winning the Heisman Trophy in 1968 and playing 11 seasons in the National Football League. His fame was overshadowed by his trial for the murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend Ronald Goldman. His controversial acquittal in 1995 sparked nationwide debates about race, gender, and justice. He was later ordered to pay $33 million to the families of the victims. A decade later, Simpson was convicted of armed robbery involving sports memorabilia dealers. Imprisoned at 61, he served 9 years in a Nevada prison. His life was the subject of the Oscar-winning documentary O.J. Made in America. A Portuguese citizen and Hong Kong resident has become the first European to be jailed under Hong Kong's national security law. Joseph John was arrested for posting pro-independence and anti-China content on social media, leading to his conviction for secession and a 5-year jail sentence. John had previously led a group advocating for foreign intervention in China's governance of Hong Kong. His arrest took place in 2022 when he returned to Hong Kong to visit his sick mother. The case has garnered international attention, with Portuguese officials and EU representatives attending his trial. John's case underscores the enforcement of the national security law, which has resulted in over 290 arrests since its implementation in 2020. Critics argue that the law suppresses political opposition and dissent, while Chinese and Hong Kong authorities argue it is necessary for stability. Baldur's Gate 3 won the coveted Best Game title and 4 other prizes at the 20th BAFTA Game Awards. The Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game also won awards for narrative and music, with Andrew Wincott, who played the beloved demon Raphael, taking home the acting trophy. Super Mario Bros. Wonder took home 2 wins, but despite receiving 6 nominations, Star Wars Jedi Survivor was not selected. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 managed just 1 victory despite 9 nominations. Viewfinder, a puzzle game centered around photography, took up the Best British Game Award. According to the Digital Entertainment and Retail Association, gaming sales in the UK last year accounted for £4.7 billion, more than twice as much as the music business. Thank you for watching. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Do tune in, same time tomorrow, for a roundup of the latest news and updates in India and around the world.